Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and Mazel Tov. Welcome to the Bar Mitzvah of Levi Teichtel. A very happy Lag BaOmer and a Mazel Tov to the family, to the friends who have all gathered here tonight. My friends, I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. If you work with me, main course will be served shortly. They say the story of a young boy. He was about to be bar mitzvah, and his parents really wanted to figure out what kind of young lad is he going to grow up to be. So on the day of his bar mitzvah, his parents came up with a test. And sure enough, shortly before he came home from school, on the kitchen table, they placed a bottle of liquor, a chumash, a Bible, and a $100 bill, and they hide in the corner to see what will happen when this young lad comes home from school. They figure if he takes the $100 bill, he'll be a nice Jewish businessman. If he takes the Bible, the Chumash, he'll be a teacher or a rabbi. And if he chooses the alcohol and he opens it up and he takes a drink, no, they're going to have a rough ride with this boy. Sure enough, the parents are waiting. The boy comes home from school. And the first thing he does before he runs to check his email is to see what's for snack on the table. And approaches the table, he swipes a $100 bill, he pours himself a l'chaim, he puts the chumash under his arm, and he marches out of the room. The mother looks to the father, and with a smile and a twinkle in her eye, she says, "Honey, he's going to be a great Chabad rabbi." Tonight, we are celebrating not just another bar mitzvah, but it's the bar mitzvah of not just a future Chabad rabbi, but a respected, talented, achieved, successful Jewish leader, also known as Levi Teichtel. Before we begin with the first part of the program tonight, with your permission, as you enjoy the salad, allow me to ask a question. Jewish people love asking questions, and the question I ask for you tonight is, "Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol haleilos?" Yes, why is this night different than every other night? What is so special about this gathering? Of course, the gifts and the checks are an important part. Hint, hint. Of course, the chance for a great party is very meaningful, and knowing my big brother, it will be a great party. But more than that, what is so special about tonight? So many of us in this room, I'm sure, have been to many bar mitzvahs of so many shapes and sizes. Some of them were more bars than mitzvahs. Some of them were mitzvahs without the bars. But let me ask you the good old Jewish question, what makes this night so special and so different than every other night? I told some buddies I'm going to Chicago, so they told me, if you're going near Chicago, you must have heard the story about Abe from Chicago who had a bar mitzvah. He did very well in the wholesale business, so he had to do something really special to outdo the Goldbergs. So after much research, he came to the conclusion that the only thing that still wasn't done was a bar mitzvah in space. So sure enough, he rents a spaceship, and it takes off with the family and friends, and of course the rabbi. And when they returned from this incredible bar mitzvah in outer space, the media was gathered to find out what was it like. Now, who's the first person who gets off the shuttle? Of course, it's Bubby. So the Jewish reporter approaches Bubby and says, "How was the service, Grandma?" She says, "Okay." "How was the speech?" "Okay." "How was the food?" "Okay." "Everything was just okay?" "Why aren't you more enthusiastic? What went wrong?" "Ah," said Bubby, "there was no atmosphere." But tonight, my friends, in this room, we are all feeling a special atmosphere. There's something special going on in this room. It's not just the bar which opened an hour ago, but it's something special, a feeling, an emotion that we all have. And my question to you is, what is so special tonight? And for this, we are honored to have the next step in the program. Judaism teaches us that tonight is not just a personal moment in Levi's life, but in fact, tonight is a celebration for all of us. Because as we know, we are taught that if even one Jew was missing by the giving of the Torah would not have been given. Every one of our souls was there because every single one of us truly matters. So tonight, when Levi accepts upon himself the Torah and the mitzvahs, it is his time to make the promise to be the next link in the chain. It is not just a celebration. It is not just a party. It's actually his receiving of the Torah. And that's why for all of us it is so special tonight. Because tonight we are here to witness the Torah being received all over again. Levi is a chassid of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. He's a shliach of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. And therefore it is most appropriate that as he celebrates his bar mitzvah, it is a great time for us to learn some guidance from the Rebbe. What message does the Rebbe give to the bar and bat mitzvah boys and girls of today? A few times a year, the Rebbe would speak in an audience specifically for those who are experiencing a bar and bas mitzvah. And there are hundreds of letters which the Rebbe shared with many young boys who are turning 13 years of age. So I invite you to join Levi as he pays attention to the screen, as we view this very special film that was released specially for tonight, a call to action for the bar and bat mitzvah boy or girl based on the teachings and the guidance of the Rebbe.
One of the most important occasions in the life of a Jewish child is reaching bar or bat mitzvah. Several times a year, the Rebbe would hold a private audience for boys and girls about to celebrate their passage to adulthood. In this collection of video clips, the Rebbe makes a number of practical suggestions to mark this milestone in their lives.
Von Bar Mitzvah und Bas Mitzvah, am wird mechuyev b'maise bepeil in alle Unionen von Teire und Mitzvah bis wann es am macht. Von der Gashmi Israel macht man nach Herzen die Gdusha durch Dru, was jeder Bar Mitzvah und Bas Mitzvah macht von sich allein und von alle seinen Unionen und von alle seinen Meischen und von alle seine Drochim, oder ihre Meischen und Drochim, da soll sein Kol Masecha, L'Shem Shamayim, und Bechol Drachecha Doehu, bis Vosel Migdosh v'Shachanti B'Seich Chom, B'Seich Kol Echad v'Achas, und befragt noch durch Heil die Stadlos von jedem von euch, zu sein Dugma Chaya, beweisen ein lebendigen Beispiel durch die eigene Aufführung, was jeder darf sich aufführen, in Zusammenhang mit Dvorim Ayesim in Alev, zu reden und versprechen herum sich Jüdischkeit, mit chassidischer Lebendigkeit und mit chassidischer Starkheit und chassidischer Lichtigkeit, macht das schön noch mehr lichtiger, noch mehr lichtig, dem eigenen Leben, mit dem Leben, noch mehr Lichtigkeit von der ganzen Mischproche, mit dem ganzen Arum und ganz klar Israel. Und das ist noch mehr Mäßig in dem Simcha von Avinu, Shabashamayim, von dem Ebersten Alinkwa Jochel, Kehle Rechet in dem Zivui, von Wahabtele Jache Komeche, was das bringt sich, als Bar Mitzvah soll Praven Hakel von Anoshim und Benorim auf See noch mehr hereinziehen, in Sachen von Niedigkeit noch mehr, wie so haben gehabt, bis wann es sich getroffen. Weil der sehe ich, der Bas Mitzvah, wenn geht zu Noshim und Chavertis und Tonnen, der alle Unionen, befragt noch die Minig, wie der Mond mehrere Mal, als im Tag von Bar Mitzvah oder Bas Mitzvah, soll noch mehr Meshiv sein, in den Sinnes Lizdok, in welchem es gewähnt, Menechet ha-9 bei Stadtschutz, bechol Union im Reibu, und geben jeden Tag von euch ein schliches Mitzvah echt $2, und bei jedem aber Mitzvah, oder bis Michus, weil jedes kommt bei jedem Shabbos, abgeben das auf Zdoko, bis Schuss von der Bar Mitzvah, und wir rosten an der alle Unionen, so unser Sturm mit der Simcha, und Tuv Levov, und beten der Messi, wie heilig wie Geir.
Whenever two Jews meet, it's imperative that we do something for a third Jew. So I invite you, I know it's difficult because the salads are delicious, but put down your fork for a moment. In the middle of the table, there's some coins, there's a charity box. Please join us in this unified moment of Jewish power by placing a coin in the charity box to benefit a third person who is not here tonight. I also want to mention that at the end of tonight's evening, for those of you who will be sober enough, there will be a special memento which will be distributed, and that is a beautiful DVD with some more of the Rebbe's teachings about the inspiration for the youth, for the future leaders of tomorrow. It is a very special honor at a bar mitzvah to invite a dear friend, family, to read for us all the letter which the Rebbe would send to every bar mitzvah lad. Tonight at our bar mitzvah, we have no doubt that the Rebbe bestows his blessing upon our Bacher Levi. So I invite you to please tune in as we ask Rabbi Dubi Rabinowitz, the executive director of the Sunday Scholar Society and a dear friend of the Techtel family, to read the letter of the Rebbe, followed by an English translation of the letter by my oldest brother, Rabbi Yitzchak Techtel, Shliach and director of Chabad of Nashville. Out of respect for the Rebbe's wishes, we ask you to please rise and give your attention to Rabbi Rabinowitz.
Baruch Hashem, Brooklyn, New York, Havrech, Sheikhya, Shalom, Uvracha. V'mayna loida hadvar ikonsoi. Oh, you have the original? Oh.
You got the original?
Next page, you have the original. This was sent to the grandfather. Baruch Hashem, Yud Beis Kislev Tafshin Chof, Brooklyn. Ha'avrech Yisachar Shlomo Sheikhya, Shalom Uvracha. V'mayna leida'asei meikonsei b'Shabbos Kodesh, Chai Kislev l'gil mitzvahs. Hine yeiratznu me'Hashem Yisbarach, asher meben 13 lemitzvahs, yigdal leben 15 v'chulu, ki psak ha'mishne oveis perik hei, v'yosif hasmoda u'shkida b'limudei b'teira, b'teira sanigle, v'chein b'teira sachasidus, v'yehader b'kiyum ha'mitzvahs, v'Hashem Yisbarach yatzlicha liyis chosid, yirei shamayim v'lamdan, yivracha, Rebbe's signature.
The translation of the Rebbe's letter reads as follows. By the grace of God, Brooklyn, New York, greetings and blessings. In response to the notification about your entry into the age of mitzvot, may it be God's will that from 13, the age that one is obliged to observe the mitzvot, you will grow up to 15, the age for the study of the Gemara, and so on as determined by the Mishnah in Avot chapter 5. May you increase your persistent diligence in your study of the Torah, both in the Nigla, which is the revealed plane of the Torah, and in the teachings of Chassidut, and may you perform the mitzvot with loving attention. And may God grant you success in your efforts to become a Chassid, a Yerei Shemayim, and a Lamdin, which is a Chassid, a God-fearing Jew, and a Torah scholar. With blessings, the Rebbe's signature. You may be seated.
My friends, please raise your glasses. This is the largest kosher gathering Illini Hotel has ever seen. And I could tell you it's the largest group of rabbis, I think, that this campus has ever contained. L'chaim, l'chaim. I just went to the kitchen to take a sniff. It's worth the wait. Main course will be here shortly. I have been very blessed in my life to have 6 amazing and incredible brothers. I'm very humbled tonight to be standing here before my older brothers and younger brother. And I want to take this opportunity, if I can, to give a shout out to each and every one of my brothers, talking to you, who are my best friends, my biggest supporters, and of course, my biggest critics. But tonight, it is a special honor to call upon my dear brother, Rabbi David, to the podium. Being less than 2 years apart, I had the chance to spend a lot of time together with him. We were roommates for quite a couple of years. We were school friends, camp friends, and many other extracurricular activities that I can't talk about on the microphone. But what I can tell you tonight is, Levi, wow, what a blessing for you to have such an absolutely incredibly devoted, dedicated, loving, nurturing, caring, and committed father. Someone who loves you so much, showers you endlessly with his love and his friendship, and I'll be honest, someone who is a role model for me, how to be a father to my boys and girls. Of course, this is all nothing in comparison to your amazing mother, which we'll get to soon. So please join me as we call upon the Bala Simcha Baruch Shepatrani, father of the Bar Mitzvah boy, Rabbi David, as we eavesdrop into a conversation that he has with his dear son, Levi.
Thank you, Zalmi. Baruch shechiyanu v'kiyimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. How blessed we are to be here today celebrating the special day of Levi's bar mitzvah with family, with friends. And I look across the room to see the diversity of our community, and most importantly, the future of our Jewish community, the future of our community at large, is in the children. To see so many children. Goli and I were talking about when you have many children at a bar mitzvah, it's great because it's energy. But you also say that more in the hallway than inside. So it's great to have all the kids, whether they're in the hallway or on their tables, that are watching the food for them until it comes next. But thank you all for coming. Tonight, instead of sharing some words, as my brother Zalman has just shared, I wanted to have a conversation with my son Levi. I wanted to share with him something on his 13th birthday, on his bar mitzvah, and I allow all of you to eavesdrop in on this conversation with Levi. So, dear Levi, it was just 13 years ago, as Mommy was working, teaching young children about their Judaism and their heritage, that as she was teaching the classroom in Long Island, that you decided it's your time to enter the big world, 10 days before what they said you would do. You simply did not have enough time to wait. You simply did not even want to wait one extra second. You knew, Levi, that you were ready. Mommy and I will still never forget that moment. A moment that felt like eternity when you enter this world. You were silent. Not a sound was heard from you. Yet with the blessings of God and a few smacks in the face from the doctor, 15 seconds later, you started to cry, although you were born with a cord around your neck. You are ready to rock and rumble and win that fight. That was my first introduction to my hero, Levi. Levi, you're a born hero. You're a born leader. From the get-go, you are breaking new molds, setting new records, and doing new things. Therefore, it only made sense when you were 29 days old. You joined Mommy and I for our first visit to Champaign, Illinois, in response to requests to start a Chabad here on campus and in this great community. You were a star in those initial meetings. They weren't interested in Mommy or I. They were interested in you. They said, a cute little baby, please come on over. And in keeping with your track record of breaking new grounds, you were only 3 months old when you moved from small town Brooklyn to big city Champaign to establish a line of Chabad. And at that young age, you were already a shliach. At that young age, you were already to take on the world, joining us as we moved to our small apartment on California Street in Urbana. And each and every milestone, Levi, you were with us. As we expanded to the full house in Urbana, and then we moved to the greater, bigger city, Champaign, and then watching and observing you as Chabad has grown, you have grown, until today, where we have a community of thousands of students, alumni, and the local East Central Illinois community. It therefore makes sense that as Chabad celebrates its bar mitzvah, you celebrate your bar mitzvah. This year is a double mazel tov for Chabad and for you. And I want to tell you something, Levi. When you were young, for those that remember, and we have many alumni here in the room tonight from all over the states, you are way ahead of your years. You always a desire to lead, to take charge, to go further ahead than you had to. As a young kid, you had so much joy to stand at the door of Chabad and welcome each and every student. I remember when you were 5 years old, you asked me if you could run for president of the student board. You were always wanting to lead and always beyond your age. Not only Champaign, but globally as well. You were from the first students of the International Chabad Online School. Today it's a school with thousands of kids. You were from that first class. You see, Levi? Whatever you do it all the way. As the oldest child in our family, you're a role model to your younger siblings, giving them each time, showing them, guiding them, directing them, how to play games, how to learn, how to hang out, or as a big hobby in our family, how to write and record songs. Now the reality is, these days we find ourselves between Passover and Shavuot. Between Passover and Shavuot, we have 49 days of self-perfection, 49 days of self-growth. And every one of these days are actually represented by a different emotional attribute that the Kabbalah calls the different Sefirot. Levi, your Sefirah is Yesod Shabenetzach, which is the foundation of endurance. And that describes you very, very perfectly. Foundation, you are grounded, you are set in stone, you are firm with something that you believe in. Endurance, Netzach, when you want to do something, you don't go halfway. You go all the way till the very end in a way of endurance. Whenever you set yourself to do something, you make sure that you do it. It was just last Thursday night, Levi, that we were sitting in New York for bringing for the bar mitzvah in Bobby and Zadie's house. And you remember, Levi, one of the things we spoke about is that you come from a very long line of great people. From the one side, you have great-grandparents that lived under terrible condition, yet stood strong as proud Jews, committing to helping others. Some of your great-grandparents actually lost their lives just for being Jews. Yet their children and grandchildren came to America and stayed strong and stayed proud even in the face of assimilation. To your other great-grandparents who faced the challenge of growing up in the United States of America, where it was so hard to live as a Jew in Chicago, yet they worked hard, not only staying strong, but inspiring so many others and raising the generations of Hasidim and proud Jewish people. Your grandparents in Israel were among the founding members of the Chabad community in Kfar Chabad with tremendous dedication to the Rebbe's wishes. So yes, Levi, you have it in your genes. You have it in your blood. You grew up with it. But tonight, it's all in your hands. When it goes tough and things aren't so easy, I want you to remember that you are the continuation from Abraham, from Avraham, to Moshe, to the entire history, all the Rebbes. It comes down to you, Levi. If you continue that now, you are the chain on that link. You have already shown Mami and I and the entire Alani Chabad community that you're a true leader, a soldier of perseverance. But now as a bar mitzvah boy, you must take a greater role in the Jewish future. As you wrap your tefillin every morning, not just any tefillin, but tefillin that was left for you by your great-grandfather who recently passed away, who was a survivor of the Holocaust, and who knows how much he had to risk his life to put on tefillin. You have his tefillin. You have that message of hope, but more importantly, to continue what's important. So may Hashem bless you, Levi, as we heard in the letter of the Rebbe, to be a chassid, a Yireh Shamayim, a God-fearing, a lamdan, a learned person, as your namesake, your great uncle, Rabbi Bashritzky, the chief rabbi at Tzvas, who was a tremendous Torah scholar. May you continue in his ways as well. Mami and I are so proud of you. We feel so blessed and so lucky to have a son like you, and so excited what the future brings for you. Observing you and being a continued source of nachas to the Rebbe, to the entire family, and to the entire community. Levi, my junior rabbi, I love you.
Thank you, Rabbi David, for allowing us to eavesdrop to those very special words. May Hashem, may the one above bless both you and Rebbetzin Goldie, that Hazorim Bedima, Berina Yiktzeru, all the tears of joy that you both shared over the past 13 years since that very special day when Levi entered this world. May they continue to blossom to even greater Rina for many, many years to come. My friends, you are now about to experience something new, something different, an incredible spiritual experience which you can add to your bucket list. Levi will now recite the Maimer by heart. As a brief introduction, what is a Maimer? What is a Maimer? A Maimer is a meditation on Hasidic mystical thoughts, originally spoken by a Rebbe from a deep spiritual state. This discourse that Levi is now going to recite was first recited by the 5th Lubavitcher Rebbe, and then again by the previous Rebbe on his bar mitzvah, and it's customary among Lubavitcher Hasidim for a bar mitzvah boy to recite this Maimer on the occasion of his bar mitzvah. The Hebrew and Yiddish that Levi is going to share tonight may be a little bit beyond your comprehension, but I want to guarantee you that your soul understands every single word. The soul connection in this room works a lot better than the Wi-Fi. So I invite you to tune in and pay attention. And one more important note. Levi spent many, many months preparing for this moment. He has studied this Hasidic discourse, not only by heart, word for word, but he has also studied it in depth. So let's please give him the respect that he deserves on his big night by remaining silent throughout the entire rendition of the Maimer. We also have, for those of us who are born in my generation, we also have a multimedia component to help keep you awake and engaged, and we invite you to pay attention to the screens, not yet, in a moment. Don't look at me. Pay attention to your screens as we're able to view a slideshow which will guide you through the Maimer. As you listen to the Maimer, I want to invite you as well to put on your dancing shoes, because immediately following the Maimer, we will break out into spontaneous dancing, followed by the main course. We now invite Levi, along with grandfathers, his father and great-grandfather, to please come up for the Maimer.
Isa Machum Lazemer, Armor Son Barco, Barney Shalom, Rotten Ligabatan Lala, Venin Bna, Yidlip Mersher, Barney Shalom, Villain Arvin to Manach, Ramanish can say, Malam Kajbarco, Kai Mitzvah, Malni Lechem, Kiwatam, Yagam Lala, Zokter, Shitiden, Zime, Kai Mitzvah, Velchach Brachen and Revel Tarvin and Tertamanach, Scorn, Vershandig, Vastin, from Mitzvah, but tell them the Tire, and Vash, Shaks from Senyan, and Mitzvah, and the Tire, in its fate. Nadine is state. Nadine steht auch mag, der Rabbi Yaakov Chokin Shvat Yisrael sagt, der Mensch of them, Yesh Mishum Mitzavachim Lasis Avlenes, Avak Tbarach Umashais Amisal Lasis. Shnemar mag, der Rabbi Yaakov Chokin Shvat das Frane Nervas is under the Tanabel Internet, aber der Beschreibs and Tot Hasir in Stern. Die Steh mag, der Rabbi Yaakov Chokin Shvat seine Dwarn Chokin Shvat was Erlein Tot sagt in Stern. Nifshav Mashu is very scary as a standing in the midst come Dr. Season 2 and the Mitzvah. And the guy as the Kashbar who was Tanat Mitzvah. Come to Hoy, Dr. Season Nagin films, and the guy was Kashbar who was I'm echt film. Being a result, film the Maram Maxivu, Mikam Hishoga Parts, is the Avish film Shady Malafani as a guy parts. Come to Hoy, as Dr. Season as Kashbar from echt film, very glasser. Claire شن مني الشيء تخشكي من خشك ما نسمع من ورق سام إسرائيل على الشيء تأخر ما قام بايس هو يسبرخ من المفعل سمعت سي متى سمسي مختص ما تيجي بايرا بشخ ما تسلاي مستقل ما تيجي لا ما ميفيك أنا على المسائل بسختين مشتي كل كم مش خشي بيت يشتي كنيسكش شمال بعد إيش ما يزود هيك بفعل bleib heute sie von auf Schmeiß leicht verschmei. Und das was steht Katzakach Barchlele, das mit wenn der Kreis von der Reverend Salkomal macht machen auf Nacht mit dann wird seine Tevis machen und die Nage von der Naschen Schinige Biach also wenn man schafft. Sie sagen von der Salk von der Klieb das der Gruppe zu machen Sheriff. Spät immer bleib kriegt immer was Chance Kraft das bei Generation. Stefan Schewik Kitchen Van shit oder Mission Vaya is seine orientiert Barchlele mit Hassan in begin van het was steeds bracht bij de nacht maar zijn jaar pannen we zo meer zijn bij met zijn in dat dacht een schach met haar met was dat was shit bij mij maar één schim kan ik niet maar dat geht even in de ster wel als ik het mij is shit hij kan me gewoon hij kan me dat geht even in de ster is dan we zijn werkzaam gestel wat de we gaan wel meer beneden zo is verified the Shafar the Vachash, what they care second Gila Jachter and Terry Twins is cast. Stas was the Pasuk that when it Hosh Man Ramal Salkim, that's the Bakin of a Spokar Mira, as Turkina, Fishman, das geht, das Bakin is there. Zet zich van de meisje kwijt, wanneer ze de gelukkig kan verkrossen glas, is dan wat zet die zaak krossen met bij de glas, als hij echt de bij de beschouwing kan stellen, en zegt van de meisje beginnen zelf gedolle. Dat is mij heb gesproken echt waar, ze zijn ما شاف خينا فن أخذ نارت الشيء زين مسقال خينا سوايا أخذ نارت ستينا وفيرن ما استار وفيرن ما مرزال وفيرن ما استار بمشي ما مرزال فهم شنا كم تر ليلة بس بشام كم نكتمي مزبان فالزمان ما كم زين دخل بيد مقداش بريس أيضا مزدق زمان أكتك بين نكتمي ما يصير ساخر فال الشيء ما كفرنا لما اسمه خينا سميدت في شيء يوم أصعب und es steht nicht, dass ich jam sein dachte, ich mit sehen ist und ich jam sein dachte, ich mit sehen ist, das sein nicht bag waren noch hin von der Sia. Und was einfach von der Sarmar spricht, was von der Sarmar spricht, das Barshis, ich habe Barshis ist der welche am Xibana, was nimmt dann das zwei Production ein Barshis. als wichtig ist, dann ist es ein das, doch mit Chassid, statt mit das Adam Kolyam. Und das zweite Bericht ist, dass bei einem Chassid, all der, das Bericht war Schiss, das mindestens, der ist eine Makafel, aber die Terrorist kann man leider, weil er erstmal auf genau, dass Terror nimmt zum Kochwa. Chinas, Meichen, sein Inge sind nicht erzählen, aber es ist echt, wenn nicht zu spielen sein nach der Bezeichnung, kann es sein, weil ich im Schachten ist Skalos. Anche beginnen ze met dat derg, maar zo met derg, maar zo met chesed, niet zo bij mijn zijn tegen chesed. Wij dachten, ik had ze met de batal, maar ze wisten wat ik had ze niet gewen. Als ze me gevinden bij wie nu weer ze Pesach Chamia, Stas is der gezien Pesach als gewen, waar er gezegd een schreven bichte, als bichte is dan aber zu wenn man spielen, sei chesed, wann man kann verlichten, kann sie die Pulle von mir spielen. أنا داير زمان شيء ما بس شيء تخرج ما خذ كمية אז בכינו פן רחם וחסוד מה משחסין מה יצבו ואי בגלת נמני פון כמעט אין חסיבנה ומהארכיטקט שמדבר בוין מצח חסד נסתן פרנסוס על מזדר מנח ממצח חסד וורדתן חסד Und das, was jetzt kein Halbdank alle Bezerne Paschleite wurde, das mit Zeit Tevatev Lehitiv, kein Spaß Chesed, Spert nimmt sich mit ganz Kafas Chesed. مش بس خسس بخف سوايا أعرف من بخيل اسمه خلني نمشي أخبار بريس أيلام خاطر إذا عزقنا ما أثر بس صار زبالة بركة بخلنا ما يبخاخ ما سنة بداس نسيب رتير شيء سوار مخلوة سيف بار بس زبالة زخ ما مرشافتم السيفر ميت بخاخ ما السيفر أنا بس بينا بشريب بس السيفر بشرب السيفر von deswegen das was werden nimmt mir das ist beginnen machen schon mit das aber nie mit aber reis mach auf gnakas ist das von Mehmet der Fahr ist aber schon kommt Leila was das Allah khokh mal Allah kabina was das sind beginnen von machen sind sie her von Leila was mit das aber von Allah khokh وزال شمر بالازر امر سبب كبار خرات لك بتيرا فقدر قمتيرا Wel ze maar zijn mechanisme is dat is maar dan ervaar aber in benai am rabbi nicht kan say am lama kajbarhu kan mitzvah normal nie legen ki hat me gehen mit der Leila wat durch mit spellen is man schon kazan kajbarhu nie gefil So the Pirish when the Kadosh Baruch Hu is, some day Tzil Zat and Mach the Tzil is Kadosh Baruch Hu Machos, wie bewusst, the meaning von Yom Lada, as Kadosh Yom and Baruch Seila, was the fire from the Malach, was the fire, was Shas and Malach, haben gesagt, Kadosh and Meisher bei Nola Vasham, hat gewusst, as he stag, wie haben gesagt, Baruch sie ist nach. Aber die von Kadosh Baruch Hu Menech Tfilin ist, die Schach Mechen mit, ist das, Mechen ist Mech Metzem, die Fire ist, Katan, was ist nicht gewähren 13 Jahre, als Pater von Tfilin, weil wird in ganzen Anger von ich, das, also Hauptleis kann es machen, wird, aber in Jimmel schon wie Mech, aber dann, weil er ist immer doch nach Tfilin, also Mamschach, also eine Kadosh Baruch Hu Menech Tfilin. Von verstanden, dass eine von den Tfilin schon mal im Schach kommt doch raus, als das, wir können es mit dem Menino von dem Teira, der Fall, was sagt, kann mit Tfilin mal nicht leicht, mich hat gegeben der Leila, und durch Tfilin tut man dieselbe Sache, selbe Menino wie durch mit Teira. Und das, was sagt, was das weiß, ist also nicht Mama dieselbe Sache, ist es wel, da gegeben Teira wollte nicht Schach, werden Märchen in Javier, und der Fall sagt, dass gam durch Tfilin, sie gam durch Tfilin, dem Schach in Meichen, Cherish Makara Mavashayla Mais, von das Wege in Mala, und ihr Leichen Kulat am Gehen mit der Leila, mich in das Eilam Shalmata.
Please find your seats. Main course is being served. No? Please find your seats. Main course is being served. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please give it away for the band tonight. Now's a good time to thank the wonderful caterer as well for the unbelievable kosher cuisine here tonight. I would like to ask if anybody in this room does anybody have a smartphone? If you have a smartphone, please, no pictures to Facebook for the Jew Hawk rabbi to wear a Illini kippah. That's suicidal. My friends, whatever you have experienced for the last hour or so is just the beginning. The night is yet young, the party goes strong, and we invite you to sit back and relax as you enjoy this delicious dinner and the rest of the program. They say, how many Jewish mothers does it take to change a light bulb? And the answer is none. She says, it's okay, I'll sit in the dark, don't worry about me. Till now, we have been celebrating the moment when Levi achieves adulthood, but truthfully, we all know that the only reason why we are here tonight, and the only reason why we have the simcha, and the only reason why we have a bacher like Levi, is because of the incredible selflessness and giving that is embodied by his dear mother, who has brought you, Levi, to this moment. So as we all wish you tonight, Levi, Mazel Tov, let's remember that the real Mazel Tov goes to the one who made it all happen, and that is Rebbetzin Goldie. So please give your undivided attention as we ask the mother of the bar mitzvah boy to share a few words.
Thank you. These are a few words. I want to say, first of all, that Levi's looking forward to share a few words afterwards, and Mayor as well. So, for all of the children in the room, you'll have a lot of peers to hear from. This is a letter that was written 6 days ago on the 12th of Iyar, written to Levi on the day that you became 13. Levi, right now, you're spending this momentous time at the Source in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, New York. Why the Source? First and foremost, that is where you were born. Your Babi and Zadie Techtel were right there by your side, and your Babi and Moskowitz were there as well, joining just as soon as they can come. Your bris was attended by 3 of your great-grandfathers and your 2 elder babis, in addition to your aunts and uncles, great-aunts, uncles, and friends. And the day before your bris, your parents made a decision motivated and inspired by the teachings of the Rebbe. Levi, these teachings are your core, intrinsically tied to where you came from and the incredible potential to where you can grow. Coming to Champaign at 3 months of age, you were literally there every step of the way. 13 years ago, you may not have seen or noticed anything noticeably Jewish in this area at all. But Levi, since you came, so much of that has changed. So much light being spread around, so many conveniences in a Jewish way, in so many ways, for so many. For students during the school semester, directly on campus, for community members around, Hanukkah light being spread around, Yom Kippur davening, Rosh Hashanah dinners, and many more occasions. Where we're going to spend Shabbos, there was where we're going to celebrate the Shabbos aspect of your bar mitzvah. There was a bar mitzvah celebrated there around 10 years ago, and a chuppah and a wedding in the same room where you'll be reading the Torah. The airport where our guests came through, where the many guests that are here today came through, has had the opportunity to spread Hanukkah light as well. and over the years to welcome your bubbies and zadis, aunts, uncles, bachrim and girls, all joining to bring Jewish life. Your first Chabad home, unbeknownst to us at the time, was surrounded by Jewish neighbors and a very proud landlord who made sure to frame and deliver the edition of the News Gazette that announced your arrival. And you were there to welcome everyone who walked through the doors. You were there to welcome each and every one of your siblings born in Tarshlichus, and the many children of the community members who celebrated their family simchas at the Chabad Center. You had the opportunity to spread your wings and open horizons beyond, getting the opportunity to spend summer and winter breaks with boys your age, to learn from yeshiva students and Torah scholars alike. Locally, you've had the opportunity to have words of Torah and teachings directly waved into your home, starting with Aleph Beis, continuing to Chumash, Mishnah, Gemara, Chassidus, and more. And as you drink these words and share with all, your essence and core from where you came from continue to grow. Levi, you are a gift to us from Hashem, a gift that we were given to nurture and fill. At 3 years of age, you began with your wearing your yarmulke, and your Jewish identity became ingrained, a part and parcel of who you are. And now, at 13 years old, as your Jewish responsibilities grow, as I was writing this letter to you on the day of your bar mitzvah, as you were in Crown Heights, New York, in the essence and the core from where you began, the strength and inspiration to be where you are today, and the many circles that have grown and expanded and continued the strength until where you are today. Levi, I want to tell you that your milestone is each and every one of us in this room's milestone, as we admire and watch you grow from your beginnings as a gift and a vessel from Hashem, and every nurturing and celebration along the way. Every class, discussion, and occasion have filled, expanded, and helped your core grow. So, I can say, Levi, we love you, we're proud of you, and I'm going to continue to pass on the mic, and I know everyone is here to hear from you, Levi, and everything you have to share with us, so thank you, Levi.
I guess it's my turn now, right? Okay, I can't do it. Dear family and friends, it is amazing to be standing here and welcoming you from this podium today. As you may notice, much work and preparation has gone into today. It did not start a year ago with reservations and negotiations for a caterer and a hall. It did not start with the formal bar mitzvah lessons that I was privileged to have the last few months with one of my camp counselors. It is not a Greek hazong or simply a passage of rites. Today and preparations for today began 13 years and 6 days ago. My mother tells me that she used to wake me up with a smile and a kiss every morning from birth. My bubbies immediately and continuously showered me with endless love and gifts. And my father would always make sure my mind and heart were directed upward and forward. During the week, his main concern and preoccupation was that I received the same opportunity he had to learn the words of the Torah. Coming to Champaign on our own, it was not an easy task to do. My Aleph Bet began with my mother and continued with individual study with my father. My parents invested much time and effort afterwards to continue to connect and establish online study from my home, and to make time with friends living and learning similarly. My favorite Sunday mornings are broadcasting a Jewish radio show together with my father. Afterwards, I'd spend the day sharing the Judaism I learned from my mother with local Champaign friends in our Hebrew school. Over the years, I've learned various lessons and talents from our many community members and university students. I took violin lessons, math lessons, beatboxing lessons, and of course I had to play many sports. One of my favorite sports is baseball. Baseball and bar mitzvahs actually have a very strong connection. A boy came to the Rebbe before his bar mitzvah to ask for a blessing. The Rebbe asked him what his favorite sport was, and the boy answered baseball. Every aspect of our life is a lesson in Judaism, how much more so an aspect wherein lies a passion. Do you want to know what one can learn from baseball, the Rebbe asked. Baseball games are comprised of players and fans. Players are active and play the game. Fans actively watch and provide support. Yet what happens when in the 9th inning, it is clear that the home team is losing really badly? What happens? The fans stop their support and simply leave. Yet the players stay. The players are always there no matter what. And they are always an active part and keep the morale. Until now, the Rebbe explained, you may have been a spectator, watching. Yet now you become a player, and a player always stays. I'm fortunate to be a player on the most wonderful team working towards some of the greatest things. The Jewish people have been a part in almost every great development in the world. Being surrounded by so many Jewish college students, I hear much of worldly and intellectual contributions the Jewish people make. Yet now, I'd like to speak about an inner development, the aspect of the Jewish soul. Just as a body begins small and with healthy nurturing grows and becomes strong, so is the Jewish soul. That is why preparations truly begin from the start. The more it is nurtured, the stronger the soul can develop. A Jewish soul is literally a part and aspect of God, of the one above. There is an element of holiness within that can connect, transform, and reveal holiness in every aspect of this world. At the age of bar mitzvah, the Jewish soul more fully enters the body and opens the opportunity for emotional and spiritual development and maturity. I am privileged to have joined the ranks and to have received this opportunity. I am privileged, since my bar mitzvah day, and a few months before that, I begin every day with some time for connection and introspection. The tefillin that I wear bind and direct one's heart and mind above and also outward. The work of our heart and hands are holy and special when they are an expression from a solid, strongly developing, and holy inner source. It is our source of Jewish strength and security. So many times when Jewish lives in the Holy Land of Israel were jeopardized, the Rebbe encouraged stronger physical forces and defense, and yet he always emphasized fortify your spiritual defense as well. And then chitas elikim, the fear of God, will fall upon those who wish to cause harm. And you yourself will always be strong. On this special day, I'd like to wish a l'chaim and a thank you to all. I would like to thank my parents for all the thought and effort they put into every aspect of my upbringing, for always being there, being so supportive in so many ways. I'd like to give a very big thank you to my great-grandparents, grandparents, uncles and aunts, and so much extended family from Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Los Angeles, Nashville, Berlin, Coral Gables, Tempe, Arizona, Kansas, Boca Raton, Muncie, Brooklyn, Crown Heights, Flagstaff, Arizona, New Jersey, Chicago, and all over, who have made great effort to be here today and celebrate, and Indiana. Thank you to the friends, cousins, and the classmates who traveled and took the time and effort to travel from out of town. We spent a lot of time playing and studying over the phone and computer, and it is amazing to have you in person here today. I would like to thank my online school teacher for coming from Buffalo Grove, my bar mitzvah tutor, Mendel Gurkow, for coming from New York, camp counselor Mendel Tenenbaum and camp head counselor Maisha Sasunkin, and young shluchim head Zushi Rifkin for coming from New York as well. I'd like to thank my siblings for being the best and most fun siblings to play with, nudge one another, and sometimes argue with. But most importantly, just for being the best. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you. The simcha, the joy of today, is true and great, and such a strong source of joy must express itself to concrete action. I would be privileged and thrilled if you can join my father and I tomorrow at Chabad, and I'll be happy to help you put on tefillin 9 a.m. at Chabad. I look forward to dance with you later on in the program. L'chaim.
It's a one-page speech. Hello. Hello. 2 weeks ago at 11:05, I was writing this with no idea what to write. Until I looked up and realized the time.
Very good, I'm listening.
Hello. 2 weeks ago at 11:05, I was writing this with no idea what to write. Until I looked up and realized the time. Friends, cousins, aunts, and uncles, and Bobbins and Zadies, they're all here to celebrate. Your birthday always comes. This comes once. Okay. Okay, people think just make a party, what's the big deal? Okay. Speeches, okay. Okay, that's not right. Because you
Don't worry about the microphone. Come, I'll hold it for you. Stand straight, do the speech.
No, it's not really just a party. It's a birthday kind of. I don't really know how to describe it. It's not a party. It's not a party.
Read what you want, Mayor.
Please enjoy this video of a day in the life of Levi.
Thank you, Mayor.
Levi, wake up. Levi. Oh. Why did you do that? You should have woke me up in the first place. Starting off the morning great. Baruch atah Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, asher kiddushenu b'seifa v'tivanu, v'aniach tefillin. Now it's time to learn at the online school. What subject is first? I wonder what the weather is like by my classmate in Peru.
Hey, I'm learning now. Please stop playing as if it's break time.
Honestly, I didn't even need to put the camera. It is so nice preparing brunch with Mayor. I have a feeling today is not going to be a typical day.
Guys, stop eating your food for a second, okay? Listen up. I was out of town today in meetings in Chicago, okay?
I know that.
We're gonna do our own meetings today. Also, gonna come with tzayim. We're gonna bring challahs to people. We're gonna bring cakes to people. We're gonna make them have so much food in Chicago. Ready? Put on films, people. Woohoo! Ready? Yeah! We're gonna raise thousands of dollars. Here. Hi guys. Hey, lady. Hi. Hi. That's the best. Ciao, Sky. Ciao, Sylvia. Is it going for until Ooh, excited! Yeah! Hey Sam, what's up? Yeah, I'm great. You know you weren't here in a while. You know you should come over. It's kind of crazy. I didn't see you in like years. You guys should come over. Seriously, it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Here's the mail today.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Oh my gosh, this bill's so big. $30,000? How am I supposed to pay that? Another $30,000? So $60,000 I have to pay. Dear Larry, it's been a great semester with the students here. But that also means the bills have been quite high. How about a $75,000 gift to cover the costs? I'd like to surprise my Abba. Thanks, Levi. Says, I thought permitted Jewish people to sell their fields and bread. It looks like the rest of the day will be quite busy.
The Jewish sages are wiser than there were sages in us.
I'm not so sure the students in my JLI class understood everything. It's so nice taking a break and playing football with my cousin at the Illini football stadium. I hope I make the team.
Levi Tachtel goes for the field goal, soaring in the air, hits the bottom post and goes in!
Ending off the day putting tefillin on a student is really the best way to end the day. Wow, I didn't realize how much could happen in just one day.
Well, friends, Chabad at KU was looking for a new fundraiser. Levi, you're hired. So let me know what happened with that 75 grand, okay? They say the son of a lawyer, the son of a doctor, and the son of a rabbi walk into a bar. One turns to the other and says, "Don't you think it's time for a new generation of jokes?" What a blessing for the grandparents, great-grandparents to be here tonight. V'zakeni legadel banim uvnei banim oiskim b'teiro b'mitzvahs. What a great blessing for table number 3 to be able to look tonight and say, Re'u gidulim shegidalnu. Baruch Hashem, after all these years of sweat and toil, now is the time to reap the dividends of your investment. It is so appropriate for us tonight to ask the dear Zaydis and Bubbies who are here tonight to bestow their blessings to the Bar Mitzvah Bacher. So please give your attention to the table where it all started. Without table number 3, we would not be here tonight. Please give a round of applause and a big blessing to the Zaydis and the Bubbies. Fariches Yamim V'Shanim Tevis. Nachas von the Kinder, the Eineklach, und die Ur-Eineklach, and Rich Hashem, B'Shatim Mitzlachas. We would like to ask in the following order. First, we will call upon Levi's dear great-grandparents, Mr. Ephraim and Sylvia Moskowitz from Chicago, to share greetings, followed by my dear amazing parents, the original Rabbi and Mrs. Teichtel, followed then by Levi's grandparents, Rabbi and Mrs. Moshe and Leo Moskowitz, to share greetings. If you're comfortable rising, that would be great.
I rise to the occasion. Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, it behooves me on this most auspicious occasion to render a few heartfelt sentiments. Number 1, Mazel Tov. Number 2, Mazel Tov. Number 3, Mazel Tov. Number 1, well, now you know what I'm going to speak about 45 minutes. Number 1, Mazel Tov, was from your elder, Zadian Bobby, Perel Golde, and Meir Shimon. From Chicago. My father moved there about 1911, and my wife's grandparents moved there about the same time. They're here in spirit, no question about it. Number 2, Mazel Tov, from Etty, Harriet, Joseph Smith Halevi, my wife's parents. They are certainly here in spirit. Number 3, Mazel Tov, to someone who you knew personally, Rabbi Daniel Moskowitz of Chicago, who was the head shliach of Illinois and had a lot to do with your parents starting Chabad House here in Champaign-Urbana. We are told that our predecessors are here for every simcha, and I think they should be mentioned. Your father alluded to that when he talked about what is in your genes from both sides, from the Teichtels and from the Moskowitzes. But you yourself have proven through this exemplary documentary, which I'm sure will win 3 Academy Awards, 1 for Best Actor, 2 for Best Photographer, and 3 for Best Assistants, your siblings. This has been the most exemplary bar mitzvah. We're very proud of you, but it's yesterday was yesterday. Tomorrow's not here yet, but it's today that counts. You have outlined, your mother, your father have outlined in their speeches what your life was about. And I was very taken with one of and I recommend that you read these bar mitzvah invitations and explanations very carefully, because there's a lot of wisdom there. And one of the things it says in Exploding Bar Mitzvah Myths, which I take very, very seriously, having been an educator for 50 years, both secular and religious, and it caught my eye, David. It said the bar mitzvah gift myth is that one, and Levi alluded to that one starts studying the words of the Haftorah, or the Leining, a year in advance, goes through it, and then receives all kinds of gifts, and many times it's the end of the education. That's the myth. But in reality, it says preparation for bar mitzvah is from birth. Example, example, example. The example of parents, the example of grandparents, great-grandparents that are passed down through patience and toil and their own personal value system is something that's inculcated in you and forever will be yours to call upon in all situations in the future. So be proud, continue the good work, and lots of love from Elder Bubby and myself.
What? Levi, we're very privileged to be here at your bar mitzvah. It's not every day that we have a great grandchild to witness a bar mitzvah. You've outdone yourself. We're not surprised how beautifully you were able to speak and say your mimer. And congratulations to Goldie and David on this amazing, amazing function that you made here in Champaign. It's definitely a first, and so wonderful that so many people came to celebrate with you. Mazel tov.
Levi, we said before that you are well grounded, which means that everything that you do is really in the fullest measurement. I don't know if you was thinking about it, your bar mitzvah is also showing on it. The day of your bar mitzvah is the day of Lag BaOmer, which is Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. It is his day, and he said that in this day he will make sure that everyone will be full granted, will have everything. And of course, your zchus will help that you should be full granted even more, and your parents and your great parents and alle Yidden. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai himself was showing an example for that. He was very basic in Pnimius HaTorah, which is the secrets of the Torah, and he was very great in the revealed part of the Torah. You cannot be complete unless you have both, starting from the secret, then it brings down to us. This is also, we see the same thing by Yaakov Avinu. The Rebbe's father is explaining, he married Leah and Rachel. Leah is a symbol of Alma de Iskasya, of very high levels of Bina, which everything is covered. On Rachel is a symbol of Malchus, that everything is revealed. That's why it said in Zohar that Leah was buried in Moras HaMachpelah. It's a cave. It's not so visible. And Rachel was buried in the center, on the way, because this is covered and revealed. This is the full thing. Levi means that you are connecting both the secret and the revealed. And the father of Levi is David, which is David Melech Israel, which is we're all waiting and hoping it will happen in this Simcha, Mashiach, which is of course brings down from the deepest covered until revealed to every single one. And the last one and the most important one, this is the mother, the golden chain that will be revealed by everyone. So Mazel Tov Levi, and we are all ready and wishing you to have all the good blessings and the whole entire family, of course, parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents in a Eufen von Ephraim, which means it will never stop. It will grow with no end, and the Rebbetzin Ephraim. Mazel Tov.
There were so many wonderful speeches tonight. We heard the words of wisdom, the pearls that came out of Levi's mouth and all the other speakers. I think at this point, shouldn't really speak anymore. All we should do is just be quiet and smile and say Mazel Tov. But of course, I can't resist to say, I look at this candle, and this candle tells me the one bracha I give you. The uniqueness about a candle is that if you take light from it, it does not diminish. Yet at the same time, if you walk into utter darkness, not a speck of light, and you hold up a candle, the darkness is banished. Levi, all your life you've been banishing darkness. All your life, your whole 13 years, you're bringing light to wherever you go. I give you a bracha. May you always be a source of light. May you always banish the darkness, not just with speaking, but with doing, with your very presence itself. Mazel tov, mazel tov.
You want to go first? If I grow up, when I grow up, I'd like to speak like Levi, as good as Levi. It may come to you as a surprise, but today is not Levi's bar mitzvah. Huh? Of course not. Levi's bar mitzvah was a few days ago, was last week on the 12th day of Iyar, exactly 6 days ago. Today's Yud Ches Iyar, the 18th day of Iyar, correct? So, what I'd like to talk about are, and I'll talk in brief, I'll try, about something that the Rebbe taught us, and I think we actually became good at it, or any Chabad house rabbi, connecting different things together. So we like to connect the Jewish people in the desert. It reminds me, dessert is coming up very soon. Okay. The Jewish people in the desert, Levi's bar mitzvah, Moshe Rabbeinu, Rabbi Akiva, and maybe the Rashbi. Connect all these things together. Okay, here we go. A few months ago, I was in New York. I'll make it brief. And we made up to meet in some shul Friday night. And it's a little shul. It's like one of these class shuls. And we made up Friday night, we'll meet for davening. So I go over there, and the door is closed. It's closed. Who ever heard of a closed shul? But it was closed for mincha, so I had no choice. So I went to another shul they call Getzel Shul on Kingston Avenue. And I met some person with a long white beard, I forget his name, but he came over to me, I shared with him a Dvar Torah, and he told me a Dvar Torah which was absolutely amazing, something which really bothered me for many years. Today is, Yud Daled Iyar is a holiday, a minor holiday called Pesach Sheni. So here we go. The Jews in the desert, they went over to Moshe Rabbeinu and said, listen, we didn't have a chance to bring the Korban Pesach before, a month before. What are we going to do? Lama Nigara. Why should we be any worse? We want to bring a Korban. And they went to Moshe Rabbeinu, and Moshe Rabbeinu said, hold on, I have a long-distance plan. I could speak to God, and he'll answer me. He came back with an answer, and the answer was, you have a second chance. It's called Pesach Sheni. The good news is you don't have to clean up your house for chametz. That's the good news. The better news is that you could bring a Korban Pesach. Now, the Rebbe, the Frierdiker Rebbe, said, from this we learn a lesson. The lesson is, and I'll say it in French, Sinishda ken farfallen. There is no such thing as a lost cause. You always have another chance. My question was, and when I taught first grade, I posed this question, I never got an answer, and it really bothered me. What do you mean, Sinishda ken farfallen? What do you mean there's no lost cause? There's no such thing as Pesach Shlishi. There's no third Pesach, and what happens if you don't do it again? There's no such thing as the fourth Pesach. I never really understood that until I reached Getzel Shul. The old man comes over to me and he says, what's pshat? And he asked that question. He said, tell me, what's the answer? So he said such a beautiful vart. He says, there's no such thing as a lost cause, because you always could go to the Moshe Rabbeinu. In any situation, there is a solution, and that is go to your Rebbe and find out the answer to your problem. Boy, I soaked it in. This really hit home. Sinishta kein verfallen. There's no such thing as a lost cause. So what does this have to do with Lag BaOmer? Take a look. Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva is one of the chief key people here in Lag BaOmer. When did Rabbi Akiva, the great giant, when did he begin learning Torah? At the age of 40. Sinishta ken farfallen. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, when were the greatest secrets that he revealed, like my Mechutin said? The day of his passing. Sinishta ken farfallen, and the students were elevated. That's the same exact lesson. I look in awe at what is going on here in Chabad of Champaign. And it's great, Rabbi David and our daughter Goldie and everything, but Levi is actually accomplishing here in Champaign as a young person. First of all, how many people, actually, I never did, put on tefillin before the bar mitzvah? Levi put on his tefillin a couple years before his bar mitzvah. Not on himself, on other people. What is the message that Levi is giving to all the thousands of students here in Champaign? He is teaching them in any situation. Even if you miss the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, it doesn't make a difference. The message is the same. Sinishta ken farfallen. There's never a lost cause, because our doors at the Chabad house are open, and we'll do anything in any creative way to teach you and to educate you, and do it not as a teacher but as a friend. And how much they can accomplish is amazing. So from this we take inspiration, and I'm truly inspired from everything they're doing. They should continue their work, explaining to people, bringing nachas to their parents, nachas to Klal Yisrael, and nachas to the Rebbe who is smiling above at this beautiful bar mitzvah. L'chaim, l'chaim. And at this time, I also want to mention two other people. My wife, who's also actively involved in here, making sure that this should become a reality. My shviger, who also passed away, and I'm sure that she is here in spirit and shepping nachas.
I'm not used to doing this. I really am not speaking in public, but I just want to give my children a bracha. Goldie, this evening is like amazing. You put it all together. I'm sure with David's help. But we salute to you. David is paying, and you were planning together. It was really beautiful to spend the last few days with you together. And Levi, to you, I've watched you go from young. You made Bobby and Zadie. Your mommy made us parents, and you made us grandparents. That's something really very special. But I remember coming here when Levi was very young, and really amazed that he would welcome all the students by their names, and he would say, "Good Shabbos, Eugene. Good Shabbos." I don't remember any other name. I could not believe that he was able to say Eugene. He was less than 3 years old, Levi. You'd open the door and you'd say Good Shabbos to everybody. And recently I also watched Levi learning together Masechta, together with his friend, online. I was at awe. It was right before Pesach, on their own, because they were both Bechairim, and they were learning together Masechta, and that was like a major nachas. Really a great, great nachas, and you're an amazing example to your siblings, and you're giving us so much nachas and to the entire community. And we give you a bracha. You should continue, Levi, to give everybody lots of nachas. And thank you, everyone, for coming from far and near. Families make the simcha, and also lots of other friends. But I know it's a special day, Lag BaOmer. I'm sure it was very hard for all the tachtels to move away from their communities. To all the shluchim, I admire my brothers coming from New York, making this effort. And to all my 4 beautiful children that are here together, celebrating. Yes, and my sisters-in-law, my brothers and sisters-in-law.
Right.
Mazel tov.
One last thing.
And to Dad and Mom, thank you for being here. I'm sure that was not easy either. Thank you, thank you.
Four more last things. I have a message from my shver that he wanted to extend brachas. He's there in Kfar Chabad. He's here with us in spirit, probably saying l'chaim right now, even though there's a time difference. So we wish Rabbi Yisrael Aaron Pastik, Arichas Yamim V'Shanim, Toivais, B'Gashmis, V'Ruchnias, Machnachas.
Okay, my friend. It takes a village to raise a child. The Champagne, Urbana, Illini family are not just guests here tonight. You are mishpacha. You are truly part of the family. And therefore, it's a great honor to ask somebody who has really, as he told me tonight, he has to get a new talis. Because the last one he got, I believe, was when Levi was born 12 or 13 years ago. It's a great honor to call upon a dear friend of the family, as part of the family, Dr. Ira Levinson, to share a few words on behalf of the community.
It's indeed an honor to be asked to speak this evening. I'm really thrilled to be here. It's a very difficult act to follow, to be the last speaker, especially after Levi. But Levi and I go back a long way. I met him when he was 13 weeks old, so I guess it's appropriate that we speak at his 13th birthday. He was my first study partner. When I studied with the rabbi, he would be on the rabbi's lap. He didn't contribute much initially, but he did start to talk, but I couldn't understand him. Then I watched him crawl, and I watched him walk, and then I watched him talk. So that's when the studying began. I watched him as he was introduced the students at age 3. I watched him become an Illini fan. I don't know how he continues. I watched him grow. I watched him attend services, making a lot of noise like all the little kids, but all of a sudden he started to spend more time. And the next thing you know, he's on the bima. And the next thing you know, he's following along. And the next thing you know, he's giving his father the trope while he read the Torah. So I am humbled to be here to wish him a mazel tov. It's been wonderful to watch him for 13 years. As his first study partner, I am looking forward to, with his permission, which he's given me, to continue to be his study partner because he will impart a great deal of knowledge to me in the coming years before he goes on to the next step in his life. So Levi, I hoped I could speak before you because I knew you would dwarf me, but anyway, mazel tov. Cecile and I wish you a hearty mazel tov.
Thank you, Ira, for your kind words from the heart. It's a great privilege as well to call upon a representative of the Urbana-Champaign Jewish community, the Urbana-Champaign Jewish Federation, Jessica Coppolo, to please present something to Levi on behalf of the entire Jewish community.
Good evening, everyone. It's certainly a privilege to be here among all of you who have traveled from near and far to celebrate the Bar Mitzvah of Levi. A couple of things have struck me throughout this evening. First of all, I want to say, hearkening back to some of the words that your father gave earlier about how you always go for it. You always go for it with gusto. You don't stop until you achieve the absolute pinnacle. And I identify with that personally. For me, it was not good enough to 10 years ago convert to Judaism, but I had to become the director of the Jewish Federation of Champaign-Urbana. It wasn't good enough for me to just become a Jew. I have to become a leader in the Jewish community. So I certainly understand your drive and your need to be the absolute best, the absolute pinnacle of what you can be. And then furthering on some of the words that your great-grandfather spoke about, how in the program it talks about the myth is that the training for this moment, this day, started 1 year ago, but it actually started at your birth. I would also like to add that it doesn't stop today. It continues. It continues for the rest of your life. So this is not the end. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of your Jewish adulthood, and the beginning of your coming out into the Jewish community and fully embracing your role as an adult. I loved your video. A day in your life is very similar to a day in my life. So I can certainly appreciate that. I have a couple of gifts for you on behalf of the Jewish community. On behalf of the Champaign-Urbana Jewish Federation, I am presenting you with a tzedakah box. It's beautiful, handmade, hand-painted in Israel with a lovely Jerusalem scene painted on it. So the Federation gives a gift to every bar and bat mitzvah student in the community. And I like to think of the tzedakah box as not only a symbol of giving of yourself monetarily or giving physical money and adding it to the tzedakah box, but also just as a symbol of setting aside a piece of yourself and a piece of your own heart for the entire community and for anyone who may be in need of a smile or a handshake or a friendly face. So let that tzedakah box always serve as a reminder of those things. Also, on behalf of the Champaign-Urbana Jewish Endowment Foundation, I bestow upon you this certificate from the Josh Gottheil Youth to Israel Fund, established by Diane and Fred Gottheil of blessed memory, in honor of their son Josh. This certificate is good for $100 toward a youth trip to Israel. I know you've been with your family before. This will be for a different kind of trip. This will be for a trip with peers. So a trip with people your own age, not with your parents, not with your grandparents. A chance for you as a Jewish adult to experience Israel as a Jewish adult. So I give that to you. And again, Mazel Tov, thank you so much. It's been such an honor to watch you grow up in this community and to be here tonight to celebrate this simcha with you. Mazel Tov.
All right, friends, I just received a text from somebody who I know in town. I said, "You're not coming to the bar mitzvah tonight? I've been looking for you." So he writes back, "Rabbi JFD." Now, as a campus rabbi, I thought I've seen it all. I know all the different abbreviations, LOL, but for some reason I didn't recognize JFD. And thanks to my nephew, he just explained it to me just for desserts. Friends, you've earned it tonight. Every single one of you who came here means so much, without a doubt. To my dear brother and sister-in-law, we invite you now to please rise with a bang. First dance so you can feel less guilty about the desserts. We will now dance and sing and rejoice with a big dessert buffet, followed by the grace after meals. By the way, shout out for my sisters. I mentioned my brothers before. My 6 sisters are here too. We love you. I want to also mention, I was wondering when I came here, I got such a big program for the bar mitzvah. I was like, this is an 11-page program for the bar mitzvah. We'll be here till 5 a.m. So my brother pointed out to me, this is a program for the weekend. So we encourage you to participate. If tonight was a good time, wait for the rest. I hear some of Levi's other brothers will be speaking over the weekend. Please join us for the entire weekend. L'chaim, mazel tov, mazel tov. We will dance, rejoice, and dessert buffet. Mazel tov. Semet tov, mazel tov. Come on, stand up, clap your hands. Semet.
Guys, round of applause for the Bar Mitzvah boy, Levi. That was amazing. Nice.
Shalom Aleichem, I can't sing, but I'll sing anyways. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Hashem, Aleichem Hashem, from Banin
Mit
We're going to bench. Levi, you ready? I want to tell you guys, there's a very special bench here. You should enjoy this. Everything's transliterated. Zalman, can you pass this chair? They're very light chairs. Oh, there are 2 Zalmans here. Let me get some wine.
Did I read an old song or something like that?
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Hello, 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 hello. It's working? Benching on Sheva Brachas.
Make it louder, make it louder. Hello? Yeah, you can hear me, good.
Maybe benching can be found.
Benching can be found on page. Shkayach.
Page number 37.
Page number 37 is benching in the one and only benchers of the Bar Mitzvah. 37. 27. 28, not 37, 28. What do you want to say? No, nothing random. You have a whole night to do that. When should I start? I need to say Shir Mala. Shir Mala. I didn't.
We're gonna bench.
By side, Mervel and benching. Yishem Adonai Merach Madvadel Mishas Marna Rabban Rice and Varach Leinu Shachanu Mishalai.
Baruch Eloheinu Shechanu Mishalai v'Tovei Chayinu.
Baruch Eloheinu Shechanu Mishalai v'Tovei Chayinu. Baruch Ta Adonai Hazon Es HaKol. Baruch Ta Adonai al Eretz V'Elam V'Zayin. Baruch Ta Adonai Ben Rach Ben Yisrael Amen.
Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov,
Baruch Geber Shev Tachadina Ve'Adonai V'Tachai. Baruch Ta Adonai Malchlam Bari Priagafen.
Thank you for coming and being our guest. You are the best of the
best.
We hope you'll come back and be with us real soon. Spend with us many mornings, evenings, and
afternoons.
We are so glad you came here tonight, whether you drove or took a
flight
to Goldie I and Levi and the family too. Our simcha would have not been the same without
you.
Anyways, the night is yet young. We could continue farbringing. There's still people going to farbring all night. And also, we're very special to get, we couldn't get all the pictures before, and we're so lucky to have a special photographer like Benny. I want to give him a very special thank you. And I want to tell you guys, Benny lives in Israel now. And Benny always said he's going to come back for Levi's bar mitzvah. Him and Chana flew in to be at the bar mitzvah tonight from Israel. And we give Benny a bracha that he should see only blessings and happiness and goodness and greatness. Benny could say he got married on the Chabad lawn in Champaign. And we should see many generations of happiness. So we thank Benny. But Benny also tells me he wants to make sure, we didn't really get family pictures of everybody before because people came a little bit late. But it doesn't pay to miss that. So we're going to do it Israel style where they take pictures after the event so people look all tired already. But we're going to take some pictures. So it'll be great to have a extended of everyone here in general. And then, the Moskowitzer Spacher, the Moskowitzer Naparstik, the Techtel Itkin. Everyone just take a few family pictures. It'll be really special because Benny's leaving tomorrow morning, so we want to get that tonight. So Benny's going to coordinate.
Oh, you want me to coordinate?
Yes.
I need.
And the music's going to play me well. I wanted to tell everybody who's not going to be here for Shabbos, the guests that are flying back tomorrow morning, and Zalman and Abdubi and Bracha and all those. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., we're going to have breakfast at Chabad already. You can come at 5 a.m. We're starting to set up. At 7 a.m. is breakfast. Davening is going to be, it says advertised 8, but Levi announced at 9. But tomorrow morning, and the Mitzvah Hashem. What? Shachris is the Shein Shul service is going to be at 7:30. Whatever you say, Benny. Benny said he wants to take the mechitza as the backdrop. Thank you. Benny, the kachad.
Okay, Rabbi David, I'm gonna hit the road. I got a long drive. Will you sleep tonight? You gonna be on the road or in a hotel? No, I'm actually. Okay, I don't know something about Dubi. That's not for the Esther. No, he comes here. And no one will visit him as much as Dubi. He always takes crazy drives. And he drives. So visit 6 shifts in 3 days. So visit me from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m., 4 a.m. And next day after 2. So you're going back to us later? No, he flies in and out. I think I have the same flight. No, different airline. Oh, but a lot of us the same flight.
It was Maide, but we'll have another Maide.
So, we are now going to have... Okay, I'm the prop, whatever.
You have 2 million of the Maiden, like a quarter pack people. Come on.
This is really joked around because we have a million showers. A lot of showers like told them. A million. A lot of Israelis saying that you haven't noticed. You got 4 tables in Israelis.
Yeah, you saw the whole table. Yeah.
What happened was, I set up so many hours, setting up tables and everything. But also the numbers. I come here today, and all the numbers are not exactly as they made on the map. So this table ended up there, this table ended up there.
But everybody had a great
I
time.
like setting up people near each other, like it's schavos.
What's the address of the letter?
509 South 4th Street. I have a rule, the first time you come to Chabad, you have to go from the front door, but I'm going to give you the code if you know what's there now.
There's students there.
Well, the students aren't here now. Students are here now.
bad mom.
That was the mitzvahs that we're doing this semester.
What's the code deal on this?
524. We went to the IO. It's good to the IO a few months ago. We flew in and out for one day. Great guy.
You gotta bring the older generation. The students come in, like this guy Gerber, he goes to Manhattan, he's never been to Ghana. It's older. Nice, you know? Especially older.
That's what I did this past Shabbos. I was in New York, so I invited up to this.
Unbelievable. I love it. Listen, I'm gonna take my way. I'm just,
I don't know.
put another 3 hours in.
No, I know. It's like I do these late night drives a lot.
I'm used to driving to bar.
In the Midwest, like 150 miles is very easy.
I know.
Please take some benches back. It's a very unique bench. I don't know if you saw.
I started looking. I will take some benches.
I'll take a little bit and some sheets and the guide and take a video.
I will. I definitely will.
And a line I keep on.
Okay, so this way the family can feel part of the